The Fiddler in Hell. There was a certain moujik who had 3 sons. His life was a prosperous one, and he laid by money enough to fill 2 pots. The one he buried in the corn kiln, the other under the gate of his farmyard. Well, the moujik died, and never said a word about the money to anyone. One day, there was a festival in the village. A fiddler was on his way to the revel when, all of a sudden, he sank into the earth, sank right through the temple into hell, lighting exactly there where a rich moujik was being tormented. "Hail, friend," said the fiddler. "It's an ill wind what brought you hither," answered the moujik. "This is hell, and in hell here I sit." "What was it brought you here, uncle?" "'Twas money. I had much money. I gave none to the poor. 2 pots of it did I bury underground. See now, they're going to torment me, to beat me with sticks, to tear me with claws." "Whatever shall I do? Perhaps they'll take to torturing me too." "If you go and sit on the stove behind the chimney pipe and don't eat anything for 3 years, then you'll remain safe." The fiddler hid behind the stovepipe. Then came devils, and they began to beat the rich moujik, reviling him the while and saying, "There is for thee, O rich man, pots of money didst thou bury, but thou couldn't to hide them. There didst you bury them, that we might not be able to keep watch over them. At the gate people are always reading them out. The horses crush our hands with their hoofs, and in the corn kiln we get beaten with flails." As soon as the devils had gone away, the moujik said to the fiddler, "If you'll get out of here, tell my children to dig out the money. 1 pot is buried at the gate, and the other in the corn kiln, and distributed among the poor." Afterwards, there came the whole room full of evil ones, and they asked the rich moujik, "What have you got here that smells so Russian?" "You have been in Russia, and brought away a Russian smell with you." "How could it be?" they said. Then they began looking. They found the fiddler and they shouted, "Ah, there's a fiddler!" They pulled him off the stove and set him to work fiddling. He played 3 years. True, it seemed to him only 3 days. Then he got tired and said, "Here is a wonder. After playing a whole evening, I used always to find all my fiddle strings snapped, but now thought I've been playing for 3 whole days, and they are all sound. May the Lord grant us his blessing." No sooner had he uttered these words than every one of the strings snapped. "There is no brothers. You can see yourselves the strings are snapped. I've nothing to play on." "Wait a bit," said one of the devils. "I've got 2 hands of catgut. I'll fetch them for you." He ran off and fetched them. The fiddler took the strings, screwed them up, and again uttered the words, "May the Lord grant us his blessing." In a moment snap went both hands. "No, brothers, your strings don't suit me. I've got some of my own at home. By your leave, I'll go for them." The devils wouldn't let him go. "You don't come back," they say. "Well, if you don't trust me, send someone with me as an escort." The devils chose one of their number and sent him with the fiddler. The fiddler got back to the village. There he could hear that in the farthest cottage a wedding was being celebrated. "Let's go to the wedding!" "Come along." They entered the cottage. Everyone there recognized the fiddler and cried, "There have you been hiding these 3 years." "I have been in the other world." They sat there and enjoyed themselves for some time. Then the devil beckoned to the fiddler and saying, "It's time to be off. Wait a little longer, let me fiddle away a bit and cheer up the young people." And so they remained sitting there till the cocks began to crow. Then the devil disappeared. After that, Fiddler began to talk to the sons of the rich moujik and said, "Your father bids you dig out the money. One potful is buried at the gate, and the other in the corn kiln, and distribute the whole of it among the poor." Well, they dug up both the pots and began to distribute the money among the poor. But the more they gave away the money, the more did it increase. Then they carried out the pots to a crossway. Everyone who passed by took out of them as much money as his hand could grasp, and yet the money couldn't come to an end. Then they presented a petition to Emperor, and he ordained as follows. There was a certain town, the road to which was a very roundabout one. It was some 50 versts about long. Whereas, if it had been made in a straight line, it would not have been more than 5. And so the emperor ordained that a bridge should be made the whole way. Well, they built a bridge 5 versts long, and this piece of work cleared out both pots. About that time, a certain maid bore a son and deserted him in his infancy. The child neither ate nor drank for 3 years, and an angel of God always went about with him. Well, his child came to the bridge and cried, "Ah, what a glorious bridge! God, grant the kingdom of heaven to him at whose cost it was built." The Lord heard this prayer and ordered his angels to release the rich moujik from the depths of hell.